Hiya! Today I might have slightly lower energy levels than usual, or maybe higher, who knows. Oops, I just made a mess. Let's ignore that for now. It's Saturday evening and I haven't recorded a video yet. And I usually release them on Sunday, like pretty much midnight. So I have like a few hours. Let's see if I can make it happen. Hello, I'm Kama. I'm Weird is the best on the internets. And I love working in sketchbooks. I'm also into comic book work and illustration, mixed media art, screen printing or printmaking in general. I've just been to a market, like a local fair. It was kind of a DIY kind of event where we had lots of performances and music, and I did a workshop, as in I led a workshop of zine making and had an amazing time. I feel really energized, even though I'm really tired at the same time. But yeah, I really loved it. So I thought, you know what, I'm tired, but I'm going to see if I can record this because I'm kind of excited as well. So let's get into it. So the sketchbook. So it will only be like a half a sketchbook. I'll probably stop before the half because actually I might have to skip a few pages because I did some live drawing and I know YouTube doesn't necessarily love it. But I might have to cover up a few things as I go, just for YouTube's sake. This is the Onion Skin Journal. It's a sketchbook from the States. It's I don't know, I think it's a small company in the States. And they make these lovely sketchbooks, and it's got this plant on the embossed plant on the cover. I got it from my partner at Christmas. I requested it, or maybe it was my birthday, but I really wanted it. And the sticker is from Choosing Keeping from the shop in London. I love it, and it works so well with this cover. I couldn't not. I love stickers too much. Okay. Hopefully I sound alright, and I'm going to just get into the sketchbook, but I'm going to check whether my address is there. Yeah. So let's ignore this side, because it's... I don't think I put the date I started it, this sketchbook on this page, but I will just fill it up. The stickers are by various artists. Let's see if I can remember. These, like the small... tiny stickers are from Masuri Sketchbook Company. So they sent me these as a freebie. This one and that one are by Manki Mintaka. I'll try and remember to put all the names down in the description for you. If I don't, please remind me, like I genuinely sometimes forget. These two are from Ladies Wine Design, or LWD, which wherever you are in the world, there might be a chapter or like a local group in your area. So do check it out if you're interested in like connecting with other creatives. This one's by Melissa Don. This one's by Sophie McPike. Really lovely pattern. And this one's by... I've completely forgotten, but we kind of did a swap. And I completely forgot the name of the artist. I'll try and link it up as well. So this is the Onion Skin Journal. It's got transparent, semi-transparent pages, which I really love. And it's very crinkly. The paper is very... I don't want to damage it. Okay, it will tear. I didn't test it before. But it's very strong in terms of what it can handle. It will buckle a bit, but not too much. And I used some like fountain pen and inks, and I was just trying things out. On this page, Parker ink, or like a fountain pen. Yeah, just trying all the different things. This one's Fudenowska, Muji, Daimina ink, Tombow, magic pencil, all kinds of materials. I was just testing it. I was really excited. Can you tell? So a lot of the pages will be see-through, so I'll try and show you this because it's quite interesting, I think. And then I'll try and show you what's actually on the page. This is all ink, and I did it on the 8th of February. So I think I got this one for my birthday. And this was on day 60 of my drawing every day. So I started before Christmas, I'm still going. I'm on day 180 something right now. Yeah, this is just, I think it's Queen by Parker. And a fountain pen, I think. Some more. This one's some kind of ink. It's really, I don't want to say swear on YouTube, so I won't. I drew some references from RandomStreetView.com, so these two, and I think maybe that one. And then I drew myself, not the best representation, and I do wear glasses, so yeah. And I drew this cat, and this ink is by the Fairy Wheel Press, wherever, and it's a very overpriced, sorry to say that, but it's a very overpriced ink, and it discolored, it already changed color. Sometimes inks are like that, but yeah, I kind of wish I didn't pay as much as I did for them. And they're a bit controversial with their packaging design, because they use AI, which I found after getting the ink. Anyway, this is from, I was attending an online workshop that lasted like 2 months, I think, so you kind of had homework every week. Or a few days a month, rather. And I was trying out different alphabets, and this was like using a broad nib pen and like a regular fine liner, Parker pen and ink. I think this is also ink and a bit of colored pencil. I don't think there's much to say about this page other than I made this frame and then I was too scared to put anything in it. I thought I would add something digitally, but I haven't yet. Maybe this might become something for Patreon. So yeah, that's that. Some more lettering practice. I think I was experimenting with something or trying to clean something. I can't remember what I was doing here, really. I did some splatters wherever that was. I literally can't remember. I was just trying out different things. This was kind of like a parallel pen. Maybe a pilot parallel. You know what I mean. And, oh no, maybe it was fountain pen, I'm not sure. But yeah, some fun with this. This must have been a parallel pen because I was rotating my hand as I wrote. Although, this says fountain pen and this is exactly the same. So who knows, but either way, to do the lettering in this way where there is not, this one has thick and thin. So when you go down or like at an angle, when you go up or sideways, it has a thinner line, if you know what I mean. And this one, I was trying to, I had to rotate the pen in order to get the consistent line. So yeah, just some practice, very, very wonky. Here I was just trying to be more loose and like less perfectionist about my lettering, just trying things out. Here I was trying to use some more expensive inks and sadly the cheaper ones work so much better. Also, excuse my hand, it's got a stamp from an event I've been to today, like the workshop where I gave... Words don't make any sense in my mouth anymore. It's just, yeah, whatever. I think you know what I mean. Here I drew a letter K. It was for like designing a packaging for chocolate, and it was supposed to be like case chocolate or whatever. So I designed this K, never really finished the assignment, maybe I will one day. I think I started on this page, and because it's see-through, I kind of then used the sketchbook to my advantage and traced over it to like fix any mistakes. Which is how, if you do lettering professionally, a lot of people do it this way. It's quite fun. And I recommend, you know, tracing your own work is not cheating. Tracing other people's work, I let you decide what you think, whether you think that's cheating or not, because I don't want to judge here. Some more like practice and trying out different materials, some like decorative bits. I think I was thinking of names for the chocolate. I don't know. I'm sure at the time I thought I was genius, but clearly I wasn't because I don't even know what that meant. Honestly, I don't. It must have been like questionnaire on the course or something. I tried my rollerball. The ink wasn't the most effective on this sketchbook. And yeah, then the exercise gave us Greenport Chocolates as the name of the company, just so that we didn't have to worry about coming up with names, just worry about the design on the packaging. So I kept experimenting. Some more lettering experiments. Getting slightly better, but not great with my, yeah. So this is how the pen normally writes. And this is like trying to rotate it. It's slightly different, thick and thin, different. Like this one isn't supposed to have any difference in the thick and thin, if that makes sense. I feel like I'm either boring or I'm telling you the most obvious stuff. So I'm going to try and speed up a little bit. Some more designs for the chocolate bar. I really wish I finished it because it would have been impressive in that it's a lot of work, and it would have been an achievement to have finished a packaging and actually see it like on a mock-up. So I do want to go back to it. I quite like this. I wonder if I can combine this K with the rest of the text, maybe. Some more experimentation. Here I saw Sophie McPike doing, graphite sketches in the same sketchbook basically, and I was like, oh, I didn't know I could use pencil in this. So I tried all my different pencils, and I used probably RandomStreetView and like generated random views, and then tried to find more interesting. I think this might have been Pexels or something like that. Maybe Pexels. It's like a royalty-free website. And here is more ink. Yeah, Pexels. That must have been. And Rose Quartz by Pelican in a Lamy Broad pen, fountain pen. Which is this one. And I loved matching the ink to the pen. So it's this pen. It's quite a broad nib. Actually, that's not the pen I was thinking of. But anyway, I saw, so I'm learning Japanese, and in one of the lessons I was doing, it had, I like Japanese food, and I could not agree more, so I had to like write it down. Nihon ryori ga suki desu. Oh, Nihon ryori ga suki desu. So yeah, I like Japanese food. Don't know what else to say about this page. Here I dug out my diamine inks, the shimmering ink, the FW pearlescent ink. This one's liquid acrylic. This is just like a regular ink. Another FW pearl in white, although it looks more like grey. It does have the PW6 pigment, so it must be the white pigment, but it also looks very silver or grey. And diamine drawing and calligraphy ink in gold, and I don't think this ink is still sold, but it's the best gold ink I've ever found. Depending on how the light shines or not shines, doesn't shine on it, you get slightly boring or slightly beautiful effect. And here's the shimmering moon dust by Diamine. Really fun. I really liked drawing with it. I think this was like a glass nib pen. So yeah. Here's more experimentation. These two, just some inks. And here I was trying to get, what's it called? Pastel. Maybe not ink, because ink is really hard to get, but I was trying to get a pastel ink basically, and I can't. If you know any pastel inks that are this sort of type of pastel color, do let me know, because I would love one that's definitely, especially if it's not permanent, like if you can use it in a fountain pen, I would absolutely love that. So I mixed Ecoline white, so I got Ecoline white just so that I could mix it in and try and make something myself. And I mixed a tiny drop of apple green, which is a super bright green. It's literally apple green ink. And it was too thick for like a glass nib, but I used it with a brush and that was okay. And on top of it, Uniball looks a lot more vibrant than on like just on paper, so it was quite fun to find that out. And some more ink checks. I love this ink and I love this pen, but I don't know if I love it on this paper. But it does say it flows nicely, so maybe I was enjoying it at the time. Some doodles. Here, this was a Katie Moody, a workshop with Katie Moody on her Patreon, and I drew a couple studies here, but the rest of it I drew in a different sketchbook, or even 2 or 3 sketchbooks, I don't know, a lot. Here's that rose quartz ink, which I absolutely love. The shading on it is beautiful. Yeah, some more doodles, basically. Here I think I started on this page. Oh no, I started on this page. I was like, oh, this would be so nice to trace. So I tore out a page, put it on top here, and drew on top, and then I stuck it back in. It's just, I was trying to learn this pose for a character in my graphic novel, so I kept trying to like redraw it until I learned how to do this pose, so I can draw it from memory. There is a new pen here. I'll let you read it to yourself. Yeah, just testing things. I really enjoyed making this page. This is using 2 inks, I think. Like a black quink, probably, and the rose quartz Edelstein, which was really fun. But I had to be very careful not to touch the lines because both those inks are water soluble, so I would have smashed it a lot, like you can maybe make out here. But anyway, this was really fun. I drew these from, there was a challenge by Sophie McPike on her Patreon where we tried to draw the same prompt, so you'd pick 2 words and try and draw them 100 times. So I picked my favorites and I just redrew them on this page. And here, actually there's no nudity, so we should be okay. This is from a live drawing class, and I kept redrawing it until I was happy, so I kind of started at the back and worked towards the front, so I could trace it and try and remember like the shapes of the muscles and things. So that was that. I was just trying to get loose and not worry too much. And tracing was a nice way to kind of warm up. Just kind of really boring. The model was excellent, like really good at making good poses that were both difficult, challenging, but also interesting to draw. Ignore this head. And some negative space. I think I really struggled that day because it was my first live drawing class and I just couldn't find my way and I just kept drawing really fast, so yeah, this helped a lot. Sometimes it's about confidence and not about the skill or being able to do something first time, you know. Some tests. Yeah, I like drawing this cat. It's based on a random image reference from Artchiu's Discord. It was just a random cat, but I loved like cartoonifying it. I'm sure there's a word for that, but I forgot now. Just some. This does not look like the person I was drawing, I think. I can't remember, to be honest. Some cuts. I made a similar one into a sticker, which I think might be on the... Oh no, that was on a completely different sketchbook, but yeah. I made a very similar sticker, and I just love the derp. And that smiley face. Smile, I meant. Some more weird cuts. This one was my Patreon print a couple months back. I really enjoyed drawing with colored pencils on this paper. Scanning was a bit problematic because I kept getting like a line and I had to increase the DPI to like 600 or 1200, something crazy, and then I had to like tidy this up in Procreate, just make it darker because I drew on top of black. So yeah, it was a really fun process. I really enjoyed this. This is from an Instagram account that challenges people to draw by giving them references. I think it's called Tuesday Collective or The Tuesday Collective. So yeah. Also, I don't know if you noticed, but this was day 60 and we're on day 122. So I don't draw in this sketchbook every day because it's a little bit more precious because it's a very expensive sketchbook, but also I keep it for like those days where I feel like it, you know? I like having different sketchbooks for different moods, if that makes sense. Yeah, some more. Here's some nasturtiums. I actually did this. I actually made this in, but it's currently packed away. But it's the Crybaby. I don't know if you might have seen on my social media or something. I do want to do a sketchbook zine, which I keep meaning to do. I just need to scan more work and tidy it up. It's a lot of work actually to do a sketchbook zine, unless you're a genius. This was a Draw This in Your Style by Sophie McPike, and I never got it to a stage that felt my own. So I was just experimenting here, but I never actually got it to a stage where I was like, yeah, I could share this. This isn't just a copy. I quite like this this view. Here is another Sophie McPike inspired image. So we did, on one of the months, we did rotoscope animation, which was drawing a few images from, like taking a few pictures, like, what's it called? Frame by frame kind of pictures. So you take a picture, move a little, take a picture, move a little, take a picture, and then drawing those pictures. And I think I might have started at the top because they're not aligned. If I started at the bottom, they would have been much better aligned, but I had to like tweak them a lot. And then you put them frame by frame into some software like Photoshop or Procreate, and then you make an animation out of it. So this was really fun, and I really love those colors. I just really enjoyed this. This one looks the most like me. Silly, derpy face. I always make faces too when I take photos. Or whenever anyone takes photos of me. So yeah, just those pictures. Here's a Scribble Brigade. I think this was a replay, potentially. We were just drawing. We can master this. This must have been like paintings and things. So master studies. Yeah, I was just getting warmed up. I was drawing line of action and like proper drawing. Here I was getting better, just in case YouTube doesn't like this. Yeah, and here I was starting to enjoy it. So this is the famous painting by Sargent. I don't know how to pronounce the name. This one I'm not sure, but I really enjoyed drawing her, and that facial expression was really fun. This was, I don't know if it's called Art Nouveau. I'm not very good with my phases or eras or whatever they're called in like painting and art, especially not in English. I can't remember why I put this down here. Maybe I thought she was high. But yeah, I really enjoyed the looseness of this one. I was really getting to feel this. So maybe just to talk you through, this was like a graphite pencil. This is graphite and probably a Fudinosuke on top. Colored pencil and whatchamacallit, Neocolors. This was one of those Uniball, that's the one, Uniball Eye, which goes really nicely on this paper. And this is, again, Neocolor. And I really love how loose I was like with my line work and textures. Really enjoyed it. And the color combo. This one maybe not so much. But you know, I just kept going. I hate that YouTube might... Yeah, I don't like censoring my work, but... This is from a London drawing. This was a stream live with a lovely model called Paula. She was amazing. The quality was really good, like of the video. And I was really on the high. I think it was from the Sophie McPike's video call. The previous one that was showing you, not video call, YouTube replay. And I was just really feeling it. So yeah. I don't know, I was just feeling really confident, and I think it shows. I love the hair, love how little detail I put in on her face. I usually overdo it, so this is to me really good. Her hand maybe not so much, but you can't have everything. And I was getting to draw feet and actually thinking that I can draw them, which is maybe this one isn't the best, but I was getting there, you know. Sometimes correcting your picture doesn't work, but I just overdid her butt, basically. I love the hair, though. Don't like it. Don't like censoring. Here, a beautiful pose. This was a long one, 20 minutes. So all those numbers are the times that the model was posing for. And I really enjoyed it. Even though it doesn't really look like her, I just really liked it. Those feet, my best feet ever. This is all out of proportion, but I don't mind. I was enjoying it enough to like this. I know people sometimes feel like, oh, I have to cover it up because it's ugly. I don't. I just, you know, there's another page. And I don't mind sharing it because everyone does it. Just not everyone shares it. Well, maybe not everyone does it. 99% people do it. Here's a skeleton. I was just trying to learn things. This is probably from How to Think When You Draw by Etherington Brothers, I think. And I was just practicing before another live drawing session. I struggle with live drawing because you get a massive easel and your hands are constantly like lifted, and I don't do well with that. I've never been good at maintaining a pose, as in drawing in one position and stuff. Here's some probably random street view images. I was just searching random places and drawing them. I do really want to do the Polish traditions, as in just to kind of share the uniqueness of them, and for nostalgia's sake. I think of them really fondly. Well, most of them at least. Are we halfway? I think I'll do a couple more pages and then we'll stop. So some Pexels references. I was just trying to draw fast. More Pexels. Quite like this kind of background and graphite. Okay, and this is Artchiu Party. I don't want to... Okay, I'll get to the cat and that will be it. So Artchiu Party is also like in similar vein to like what I was showing you with Sophie McPike. This is run by Melissa. I never remember her surname. I should. And we were drawing single line drawings. And then there were like portrait painting studies, and I just couldn't. I couldn't. And I left it there. So that'll be it. We'll start from the cat next time. I think that's pretty much half of the sketchbook. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, I'll show you more. I can't stop because I really like this cat. I kind of kept redrawing the cat. I kind of feel like I'm the cat, so that's why I liked it. This one became a print for Patreon, I believe. Yes, this one did. And maybe I think I also made it into a wallpaper for a phone, but I changed the colors a bit digitally. But I love this line, this random line, and I love the blobbed page. I think this was one of those paints in like purplish violet color, and I was just trying to not waste the paint, so I just smudged it on the page, and like all of these. Just like using up the paint. It doesn't feel wasteful this way. So this will be the last one. So we finish on day 148 on 6th of May, and we started on roughly on the 8th of Feb. So that's 3 months and a bit. So yeah, let me know what you think about this sketchbook. If you have ever tried it, if you've done any live drawing, or if you have a favorite page. I'd love to hear that. And I should probably tell you, this sketchbook comes with this nice page, so that I'll show you on an empty page. Oops, spoilers. So that when you draw, you can see the lines or the dots. You can write in it. I think it's called a journal even, so that's why, but I love it. And sometimes I worry about making it dirty like I already did, so I use this. I don't even know what this is from, but I just use this because it's nice and slippery, so it doesn't actually stain, if that makes sense. Yeah. Do you work in sketchbooks? Do you also make ugly art and don't care? Like, let me know your approach to sketchbooks. Let me know what you thought. I love seeing your comments. It really makes my day when someone says something nice. Yeah, or if someone even puts something down in the comments, because I like connecting with other creatives or people who appreciate creativeness. So I'm going to end here. I hope my energy isn't really strange. I also changed my light because it kind of died and it was very frustrating. I couldn't get it to work, so I had to get a bigger lamp, well, a different light, and it turned out to be a lot bigger. So hopefully it's not too jarring. I'm going to end here, just in case you're interested in finding me out on like socials. Weird is the best pretty much everywhere, mostly on Instagram, now Kara as well. Find me on Kara. Let's forget Instagram. And I have Etsy shop where I sell my prints and comics and all kinds of cute and weird and quirky stuff, and derpy cuts and things like that. So yeah, hope you have a lovely day artsing, and until next time, bye!